Hey guys, welcome back to the series for week number 2. That has come around quite quickly, and we have had quite a few clips submitted, but we're going to start off with mine. Using my cursed Porsche 911 RSR livery, I'm doing anything I can to make this Honda better in multiplayer. I'm trying to win in this thing. It's a lot easier than winning in the Astra. So you saw I ghosted through that, well that guy ghosted, and I went through him because this is qualifying. But he didn't learn from that, he's going to still try and ram me. Doesn't realise you cannot ram someone in qualifying, but in the race, I made the mistake of putting the mediums on, not listening to the game, which automatically put the wets on. I thought, no, this track doesn't look that wet, but I was wrong. Anyway, I got pushed wide by that guy who was on the wets, so he shouldn't really have too much excuse for not braking himself. As we come to the final sort of sector of the track, or of the entire race, he's going to do the exact same thing on someone else. They're both going to go off. The Golf is going to be like, screw you, buddy. We're both going off. This ship is going down with both of us. And that is me up 2 places. So next up at 7, got a clip from Ambience. Same track, same conditions actually. And also the final lap. And these guys are just jousting it out for first place. And the penalties they're going to get are going to be pretty massive. The guy in first got a pretty undeserved penalty, I would say. There wasn't anything he could do about the track limits, and the connection with the other car wasn't his fault at all. But he's going to still try and block the guy for no reason because he's got a massive penalty, the other car. And then next up at 6, we've got Andrew with... Man, his brightness settings must be incredibly high. But we're on VIR here. Going into the first corner on lap 3. He's in 8th, and 2 guys are going to outbrake themselves. I'm guessing the Ferrari just followed the brakes of the Corvette, and both of them went off, or all 3 of them went off, and he got up a position. And then next up at 5, we've got Jagged. He's got a few pixels in this clip, but it's a decent clip nonetheless. So there's a whole bunch of variety of cars here, which you don't necessarily see too much in these lobbies, once people work out what the meta cars are. The rarely seen Bentley there on the left. And then the even more rarely seen Lamborghini coming through and not braking through the bus stop, sending the NSX and the Viper off, and Jagged is up a couple places. So next up at 4, we've got an incredibly embarrassing one from Chierimerhi.
And he was the bravest man I've ever known.
So let's get started here. He's on the hards going into the first braking zone. Does not need the hards for this race, so maybe did that by mistake. But he's going to go through the corner as if he's got the grip of the softer tyres. And it's going to start an extremely difficult lap for him. The rot is only really beginning. He was in 4th at the beginning of this. He's now in 7th. And going into the little kink, bit of a... well, he's going to just get pushed from behind and then push another car wide. So the game's going to decide no penalty for the collision, but a penalty for going off the track. And as we come into the corkscrew, a little bit hot on the brakes. We're going to try and... well, not going to really make the second bit of the corner, and he's going to get spun by someone else. Just a very difficult clip to witness, and a brave man for submitting himself there.
Don't cry for me, I'm already dead.
And then next up at 3, we're going to be moving to Le Mans. We've got a start here, and we're going to have the entire top 6 basically all meeting at a point through the left-hander there, just before the back straight. And it's going to end up with Sebenator getting spun. Now we've got a car behind him who had nothing to do with him at any point, but as he comes to pass him, he's just going to swerve into him and push him wide for absolutely no reason. But the superior straight line strength of the Audi is going to mean that he's going to catch up. I mean, that's not exactly fair. I wouldn't call that a balanced car, but he's going to try and block him there. And we're heading up to Mulsanne, so the Honda is going to have a crack at him. He's going to be able to line him up. He's going to have plenty of time to do so. And into the braking zone, Sebenator is, he's wise to his ways. Going to let him go through straight into the tyre wall, and I hope he quit the race after that. And then next at 2, we got Grim, who's got some commentary for us.
Car, I'm begging you, please don't run out of fuel at the end. I'm begging you.
Oh, wait. Ooh.
Okay, here comes the worst part.
I think you can push it through, even though you have 1% fuel left.
It's gonna be f***ing tight.
Whoa. That Porsche's really trying to come through. You gotta push it through.
Oh no! Don't do this to me.
No, you're losing power. You're losing power.
Oh no! No! What happened?
So let that be a reminder to all of us to not celebrate before the race is actually done. And then taking the number 1 spot, we've got C12309 in a practice session here. The Mustang in front of him. He's gonna decide that he actually needs the pits here, but realizes it a bit too late. And I gotta say, this is the most Forza clip I've seen yet. We have just a guy missing the pits, and then we have him going backwards to try and get into the pits, and then crashing into a wall in his efforts to get into the pits. Also, we had a penalty awarded to C12309 for that, and eventually he's going to make it into the pits and get whatever tyres he wants on.
We made it!
So you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, go and leave a like. If you're new on here, go ahead and subscribe. Submission tips are in the description. And thank you to my patrons whose names you're seeing on screen right now. If you'd like to join them and get access to videos early, the link is in the description. And I'll see you in my next video.
Thanks, bye!